Hello guys, in this video we'll learn about Tauri plugins for cross-platform development using Tauri and Rust. When we are building any application, be it backend or frontend, we don't want to write everything from scratch. For example, when building a frontend application with React, we have tons of node packages that we can use to make our life easy. For example, we have Axios, we have packages to send email, notification and whatnot. Similarly, while programming Rust, we have tons of traits available on the internet that we can use to simplify our job. For example, we use Axiom, Serde, so we only care about our own business logic and not how we can spin up a server from scratch. So the same concept applies to Tauri plugins. In the previous videos on this channel, we have been working with Tauri, but we have been working on the single application where we have bunch of commands that we write for our application and only our front end or application can consume those commands. But what we want to extend those commands to other applications as well. For example, we want to write something once and use it in multiple applications. That's where Tauri plugins help us. So Tauri plugins are designed with the same concept of extensibility in mind, where multiple applications can consume such packages and only care about the business logic and reuse things. So in this video, we'll use a plugin, we'll consume it and see how easy it is to consume Tauri plugins and what different plugins that we have available as of today. In a different video, we'll also cover how to build our own plugins and use in our applications. So without further ado, let's start and let's dive into it. And as we start, there's a link to my Discord in description. Make sure to join it. First of all, head to Cargo Toml file and here we'll add the plugin that we want to consume. And if you're new to Rust or Tauri or cross-platform development, there would be some videos attached to this video or popping on some right top. Make sure to click it, watch it so you are well aware what you need to set up or how can you get this project up and ready to build. So make sure to watch it before moving on to this one. And right here, we'll just add our plugin, which is basically just doing in our dependencies. We'll just do cargo add Tauri plugin fs. So there you go. We have our Tauri plugin fs add. And now let's move to librs. You can see even by default, our project has a plugin Tauri plugin opener. Similarly, we'll add our plugin here, just to init. So Tauri plugin fs and init. So once we add our plugin, now we have to add a permission to able to consume from file system. So since we are using a file system here, which will allow our front end code to directly read file from our directories. So right here we have our plugin act, and then we have to set up the permission. For that we have to move to capabilities directory, and there is a default JSON. Just go inside this, and right here we'll add our file system permissions. So whatever permission we want to allow. So let's say I want to allow reading the text file. So I can just say allow read text file. Now these are not just random, but these are truly defined and like some set of permissions from where we can use these permissions, which is right here in the documentation. So as you can see, plugins, and these are the official plugins. So here we have a file system plugin, and if we scroll all the way down, then we have permissions here. So each permission has a description which you can use to understand which permission to allow, because it's very restrictive, and that's truly a good thing as well for your application security. So you can decide to allow or disallow certain permission. So as you can see, allow from app cache write, allow from app cache, any permission that you want to allow, app data as well. And then there are recursive, allow recursive read write, audio reads, whatever you want to allow or disallow, you can just set up here. So these are the permissions that you can use, and here are all different official plugins that we have for, let's say, there is for localhost as well, and then there is for SQL, which can be used to connect to DB, which we'll use definitely in some videos to write our queries. And then we have updater, upload, WebSocket as well. So here you go, we have WebSocket as well, which we can use. So similarly, store. So these are all different plugins that we can use. So back to our code. Now let's move to the front end side to FTSX and let's quickly add the package. So most of our Tauri plugins come with the node package as well, which we can just do yarn add Tauri apps and plugin fs, since we are using file system plugin. So as you can see, this is added. And now let's go to our React code, and right here we'll just do, let's say, async function read and const content await, and we can just do, let's say, read text file. Now as you can see, this comes from our plugin fs. So what we have to provide is a path, and we can directly set the base directory as well to read from. So let's say the path is demo.txt, and then here we can specify base directory by just saying which directory we want to write or read from. So as you can see, app cache, app data, and similarly we can also specify a full path as well. So let's say read text file, and make sure the file is accessible and is like the permissions are there to access that directory. Then we can simply directly do, let's say, users, and directly use the users directory or wherever it's stored slash desktop. So that's how we can read different files, and there are different other operations that we can perform. As you can see, write file, write text file. Now we don't have to care about all that effort that goes behind. We can just directly consume it and read and write. Similarly, we have other plugins as well we just saw. So try it out on your side, guys, and let me know in the comments what do you feel about these plugins. And in the next video we'll build our own plugins as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'll catch you guys in another video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye.